I've been searching for a video to respond to. I just can't find one. Oh man, I'm just looking everywhere. Oh wait, what's this? 4 reasons to believe in God. Oh, hey, look, it's that asshole. I remember you. Hi, you're the guy who disproved science. I remember. Hello everyone, I'm with me, and today we're going to look at a video called 4 Reasons to Believe in God. Remember this guy? I responded to him a while back. And by a while back I mean like last week. But, alright, without further ado, let's respond to him.
Is it possible to prove God exists? In a scientific sense, no it isn't. You can't experiment, observe, or measure God.
I really wish that were the case though, because that would certainly convert a lot of atheists. Why is it that God isn't physical or anything like that? Why is it that he can't be scientifically proven? Why does God have to be so hard to believe in?
But I still think there are a lot of reasons to believe that God's existence is probable. The reason I wanted to make this video is because if you watch atheists on YouTube, they'll bash and mock religion all day long, but they'll never once give you a reason to actually be an atheist.
Okay, you're wrong. A reason to be an atheist because, well, I mean, it seems to be like the only logical stance. I mean, we can't prove God exists. Scientifically, physically, emotions can be false. I know that for a fact. I mean, have you heard my story about my ex? Oh man, emotions can definitely deceive you. So, it seems to me like atheism is simply like just the point where you're like, well, I don't know, I don't really believe in God. There isn't no proof for God, so why should I believe in God? It's kind of like that. Okay, it's kind of like that. That's why I'm an atheist, is because, well, it's that point where you're just like, well, there's no proof, so what the hell's the point?
And you know what? I don't want to be like that. So instead of being negative and criticizing atheism...
Criticizing isn't being negative, so fuck you. But, you see, that was negative. But, with all due respect, dude, it's okay if you want to criticize atheism. You criticizing atheism is a good thing. Because once you criticize something for something, it's like, oh, well, why, blah, 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 blah. I'm not mad at you because you criticized atheism. I'm mad because you're like, oh, I don't want to criticize atheism, but you just did it a few seconds ago. Please, criticize atheism. Please. It's the only way we can even grow and develop as human beings is if we criticize and have discussions. I had a discussion with somebody in the comment section one time. And honestly, he gave some pretty good points. But it still didn't convince me because, well, there's still many questions I still have. It's long and huge, not all of those questions can even be answered anyways. So, again, like I said, dude, it's totally okay for you to criticize atheism. In fact, it's totally okay for you to bash atheism. It's totally fine. Do it. Do it. You have a right to do it. Do it.
I want to give you 4 very distinct reasons to believe in God.
Oh, man. I'm excited to hear these points.
The first reason is the argument from design. The premise is that where there is a design, there must be a creator. And when you look around the universe and at all of its intricacies, it's pretty clear that there is design. So if there's always a creator behind design, then there must be a creator for our universe. I mean, think about it. If you saw a wooden house on the beach, you wouldn't think that the wind or waves of a hurricane put it together. You would know that someone intelligent put it together. When you see design, you immediately know there's a designer. An atheist wouldn't believe that a painting came together by chance. So why would you think the same about such a wondrous universe?
No! Oh my god, the design argument is such a shitty argument. Please, creationists, Christians, people who believe in God, don't use that argument because it's stupid. It's stupid. Alright, let me give you an example why it's stupid. I have a Jason Voorhees collectible figure. Obviously it was designed, and it didn't just come up out of nowhere. And here's how I know. Because, well, I have the box. Look at this. Look at this box. It was obviously designed, right? And who was it designed by? NECA and Real Toys. Let's see, was it designed by anybody else? Yes, it was. See, look, the director, the sculptor, the fabrication, the paint, prototypes, photography, packaging, set design. See, look, we know, I can look at these people, I can look up these people and find out who they are, right? And I know Jason was designed because I know the people. I can look at it, I can look it up. I can just be like, wow. And then I can also, maybe, if I work for them one day, I can see how the process is made. Or maybe, just one day, just sneak in there and I'm like, oh, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, let's say there's the statue and we don't know who created it. Well, we know it's designed because we see other people create statues as well. We know it was designed because we know that people create statues. That's the thing with God. We don't know that the earth was designed or that we were designed as humans because we haven't seen other people or gods created. We haven't seen God. We can't talk to God. We don't even know. If a person literally came from the dust and was like, oh, and it was like literally dust, well, how the hell did that happen, right? That's insane. But that hasn't happened before. And if it does, well, then it'd be a bigger argument for your Bible God. So I'm sorry, but the argument of design just doesn't work. I know Jason was designed because I know the people behind it. NECA, Real Toys, and the people who cast it and everything, painted it. And I know that the statue was designed by a person because I've seen other people design statues. It may not be exactly the same as the statue, but other people create statues, whether they be small or big. Your argument is flawed. Your argument is invalid.
Even if you believe in evolution, evolution is just proof of a divine creator. The evolving order of species from simple to complex sounds very much like a well-designed and very intentional plot.
Oh man, we have so many flaws in us because of evolution. I mean, just look at my teeth. Look at your perfect white, perfectly great teeth. And look at my teeth. My teeth are awful. I need braces. I need teeth pulled out because I have too much crowding. And it is because I'm an atheist. No, I had these teeth even when I believed in God. God, this guy is... Oh man, I was thinking, yeah, he's gonna make a good point. No, creation.
The second argument is known as the first cause argument. Everything needs an explanation. If you randomly saw a dog in your house, you would not think that it magically appeared there. You would know that there's an explanation behind it. Maybe your parents got a new dog, or maybe it snuck in when you weren't looking. Everything has an explanation. Everything has a cause because everything is interlocked. You were caused by your parents, who were caused by your grandparents, who were caused by your ancestors. Everything in this world can be traced back and back and back. So it makes sense that the entire universe must also have a cause. The universe has to have a first cause or it would be impossible to exist.
Oh my god, this argument is flawed because... Look, just because we don't know how the universe was created does not automatically mean it was God. You can't just say that because burden of proof, that's why. Jesus Christ.
Think of yourself as a caboose on this great freight train, and your parents are the next boxcar, and your grandparents are the next boxcar. There has to be an engine at the end of the train, or else none of the boxcars move. A universe without a first cause is like a moving train without an engine. It's impossible.
Your fucking analogy is bullshit, because when I can go to the front of the train, and I can see the engine, and I can see the coal, and be like, oh, that makes sense. I can't see God. I can't feel God. I can't feel the heat from God. I feel the heat from the coal engine. I can see the coal engine. I can see people putting coal in the coal engine. I don't see God. I don't see him creating life. I don't see him creating the planets. I don't see him at all. I don't feel him. I don't hear him. I don't smell him. Okay? Your argument is invalid.
The third reason is the argument of miracles. I can't perform miracles and you can't perform miracles. In fact, miracles can't come from any humans and they can't come from nature. So if miracles exist, then so must God. So consider the miracle of the sun, where the sun cast multicolored lights and zigzagged across the sky for 10 minutes. An estimated 100,000 people witnessed this in Portugal. Or consider the countless medical miracles that are impossible or inexplicable by even the brightest minds in medicine and science. Or consider the blood of St. Januarius, which is said to liquefy and solidify annually. I myself have witnessed a miracle. I was in Romania one time for a mission trip, and I put 5 gospel tracts in my pocket. And throughout the day, I was handing out these pamphlets to people, and it wasn't until the day was over that I realized that I had passed out over 20. I was in Romania with a missions team, and we had actually divided the pamphlets among themselves. So there's no logical explanation other than a miracle that I was able to pass out more than 5.
Alright, I guess you have some argument there. I mean, you have a life story, you have a story that happened. Makes sense. Makes sense. Or horrible. What about the horrible atrocities that happen around the world? Why is it that water doesn't just fall on all the African kids and just give them water and food? Why is it that there's starvation? Why is it that there's so many horrible things happening around the world? Wouldn't it be great if miracles just happened and people just got what they wanted? And not just like, oh, needy want, like, oh, I want it. No, I mean like needed, like they needed food. They got food because they prayed. I'm sorry, but just because some stuff happens that doesn't have an explanation isn't proof. I mean, I get it, you know? It'd be crazy. It's crazy. Like, wow, something crazy happened. Like, there's no way it couldn't have been this. It's a miracle. But, you know, things happen that are unexplainable. And, you know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how stuff happens. But that isn't proof of God. It's just proof that stuff happens without an explanation sometimes. And maybe it does have an explanation, but we just don't know it yet. Even if miracles were proven right, it doesn't prove you're God. It could literally prove any God doing miracles. I mean, come on.
The fourth reason is Pascal's wager. If you're unfamiliar with Pascal's wager, he paints this situation where it's impossible to prove or disprove the existence of God, but you must still place a wager and choose one side or the other. If you believe in God, but he doesn't actually exist, then you haven't lost anything. But if you don't believe in God and he does exist, then you're kinda screwed. The whole point of the wager is to make you think about what makes more sense. Are you gonna bet for God or against God? Pascal's wager is actually low-hanging fruit because it doesn't require any depth or any maturity of faith, but it's just enough to dam the tide of atheism. It's a powerful wager because we all have a need for self-preservation. Imagine if you were dying and you were in a room and there was a vial with medicine in front of you. It has a 50-50 chance of helping you. Would it be reasonable to try it? Of course. Either the medicine works or it doesn't work. Either God exists or he doesn't exist. If it turns out that God doesn't exist, then it doesn't matter how you bet. But if God does exist, then your only chance for eternal life and eternal salvation is to believe. So why would you or anyone bet against God? Atheism is a horrible bet because there's absolutely no chance of winning. And you know what? Whether you like it or not, we all have to play the game. We all have to make a bet because at some point or another, we all die. So if you're an atheist, are you confident in your bet? Can you be sure that there is no God?
Oh, you son of a bitch. You're using Pascal's wager. You're using Pascal's wager. That isn't... Oh my god. Alright, listen to me, you fucking asshole. Oh, I hate this. I hate this argument because it's just... Alright, look. If, let's say, Christianity was the only religion in the entire world, I would not be an atheist. I would be a Christian. But there are so many different religions around the world, and you're telling me it's a 50-50 shot? No, it's 1 in like 900, dude. Alright, look, it's like this. It's like, alright, well, there's 100 vials in the room. One of them may help you. None of them may even help you at all. But you have to dedicate your life to only one of them. Your friends and your family have picked this. But there are strangers around the world who hate that one and like this one instead. But there are people who are just like, well, I mean... Look at these, there's like 900 vials. Why the hell am I even trying? I'm just gonna leave. Screw this. And it's like, what the hell? Like, really? I'm sorry, but your Pascal's wager just doesn't work. Now, I remember when I first heard this argument, I was a bit awestruck. I was like, whoa, they're right! Then I realized, no, they're not, because there are hundreds of choices to pick from. Christianity isn't the only choice, dude. There are so many religions. How do you know Christianity is the right one? Again, I think of it this way. If that was true, if there was only one true religion, wouldn't God hate the people who chose a different God more than he would hate the people who didn't choose a God at all? Wouldn't that make more sense? See, if I came up to God and he was actually a duck, I would be like, whoa, sorry I didn't believe in you, duck God. And he's like, oh, it's fine, as long as you didn't believe in that Jesus bullshit. You know, because Jesus was obviously wrong, right? I'm the real God. If a Christian went up to duck God, he would probably go to duck hell or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that was that video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like if you did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.